Liam was a kind and cheerful young man who lived in a quiet village surrounded by green fields and flowing rivers. Every morning, he would wake up early, help his parents with small chores, and then walk to the market to buy fruits and vegetables. Liam liked the calm life of the village, but he also dreamed of meeting new people and experiencing something exciting. One bright and sunny morning, Liam walked down the village path with a basket in his hand. Birds were singing and children played near the river. Suddenly, he noticed a young woman standing by the market stall. She had long, dark hair, bright eyes, and a smile that seemed to glow in the sunlight. She was looking directly at him. "Hello," the woman said with a warm voice. "Liam, I want to marry you." Liam froze. His basket almost fell from his hands. He had never met this girl before. He blinked and looked around to make sure he had heard correctly. The woman's smile did not disappear. "My name is Myra," she continued. "I have watched you for a while. You are kind, hardworking, and honest. I want you to be my husband." Liam was completely confused. He did not know what to say. He had never imagined someone would propose to him so suddenly. He opened his mouth, but no words came out. Myra laughed softly and shook her head. "Wait, it is not that simple. My sisters will want the same too." Liam's eyes grew wide. "Sisters?" he asked. "I do not understand." Myra nodded and smiled. "Come with me. I will explain everything at my house. You will see." Although Liam was hesitant, he felt a strange curiosity. Myra seemed honest and cheerful. He decided to follow her. They walked together along a narrow path lined with colorful flowers. Myra talked about the village festivals, the nearby river, and the hills behind their home. Liam listened carefully, trying to understand the unusual situation he had just entered. When they arrived at Myra's house, Liam was surprised. It was a beautiful old house with a small garden full of flowers. Myra opened the door and called, "Sisters, come meet our guest." One by one, 3 young women appeared. Each one looked different, but all had kind eyes and warm smiles. The first sister was Lila, cheerful and lively, always moving and talking quickly. The second sister was Nara, calm and quiet, observing everything around her. The third sister was Sumi, bold and adventurous, standing straight with an energetic smile. Myra introduced them. "Lila, Nara, Sumi, this is Liam. He is the young man I told you about." The sisters looked at Liam curiously. Lila waved her hand. Nara gave a small, polite smile. Sumi nodded confidently. Liam felt a mixture of nervousness and excitement. Myra explained carefully. "In our family, if one sister chooses someone to marry, all sisters wish to be part of it too. It is our tradition. We cannot ignore it. But do not worry. You will get to know us and see how it works." Liam tried to understand. It was unusual, but he noticed how honest and happy the sisters seemed. They were not trying to trick him. They were just being part of their family tradition. Lila suddenly spoke with a cheerful voice. "We will test you before you make a decision. We want to see how kind and brave you are." Nara nodded silently, and Sumi added, "Do not be afraid. We only want to know your heart." Liam looked at Myra and her sisters. He felt nervous but also curious. Somehow, he trusted them. He realized that this was not just about marriage. It was about understanding people, their feelings, and their traditions. Myra smiled at him. "Do not worry, Liam. You will have time to understand us. We will show you our lives, our games, and our world. If you are ready, you can begin a new journey with all of us." Liam took a deep breath. He felt a mixture of excitement, nervousness, and curiosity. Something in his heart told him that his life was about to change in a big way. He looked at Myra and her sisters and said, "I do not fully understand yet, but I will try to know all of you. I want to see your world and your lives." The sisters smiled together. Mira held his hand gently and said, "Then let us begin. Welcome to our family, Liam." And with that, Liam's ordinary village life slowly started to change into an adventure he had never imagined. The next morning, Liam woke up feeling both nervous and excited. He had spent the night thinking about Myra and her sisters. He wondered how it would feel to spend time with 4 young women who were all connected in such a unique way. Liam took a deep breath and reminded himself to be kind, respectful. An open-minded Myra greeted him at the breakfast table with a bright smile. "Good morning, Liam. Today you will meet us properly. You will see how our family works and how we live together," she said cheerfully. After breakfast, Myra led Liam to the garden. Lila, Nara, and Sumi were already there. Lila ran forward with energy. "Hello, you are Liam, right? I hope you are ready for a little fun," she said, twirling a strand of her hair. She had a playful sparkle in her eyes that made Liam smile nervously. Nara approached quietly, observing Liam closely. "I do not speak much," she said softly, "but I like to see who people really are. Today, I will watch you carefully." Her calm voice made Liam feel both nervous and curious. Sumi jumped in, full of excitement. "We will make sure you understand our family. I hope you are brave, because we have many little tests to see your heart," she said boldly, crossing her arms with a grin. Liam nodded. I will do my best," he said carefully. He was still unsure how to respond to their energy, but he could see they were not trying to scare him. They wanted him to know them and be honest with them. Myra smiled at him. "Liam, our family has a tradition. If one of us chooses someone, the others wish to be included too. We do not want anyone to feel left out. That is why we will ask you to get to know all of us first." Lila laughed and said, "Do not worry. You do not have to be perfect. Just be yourself." The sisters decided to start with small activities. First, they asked Liam to help with the garden. He worked alongside them, planting flowers and vegetables. Lila ran around, making jokes and teasing him playfully, while Nara quietly showed him how to water the plants carefully. Sumi climbed a small tree to check the fruits and encouraged Liam to try it first. Liam struggled with all the tasks. He dropped a watering can and stumbled while climbing the tree. But the sisters laughed kindly, helping him each time. Lila said, "See? You are learning already." Nara nodded quietly. Sumi shouted, "Not bad. Keep trying." After finishing in the garden, Myra suggested they sit under a large tree. "Liam, tell us about your life. We want to know who you are," she said. Liam felt a little nervous but began to speak. He talked about his family, the village, his simple daily life, and his dreams. Lila giggled at some stories, while Nara listened quietly, nodding occasionally. Sumi asked bold questions about his adventures and experiences. Liam realized that even though they were sisters, each one had her own personality, and he needed to understand them all separately. Later, the sisters introduced a small game. They asked Liam to find hidden items around the garden. Each sister gave a hint in her own way. Lila's hint was funny and confusing, making Liam laugh while searching. Nara's hint required careful thinking, testing his attention to detail. Sumi's hint challenged him to climb a tree and reach a high branch. Though the game was simple, it was also a way to understand the sisters better. Liam discovered that Lila liked humor and energy, Nara valued patience and focus, and Sumi admired courage and boldness. He began to feel that he could enjoy life with them if he tried to understand their hearts. As the sun began to set, Myra spoke gently. "Liam, do not be afraid. We are not trying to overwhelm you. We only wish for you to see our world and share it with us. Tomorrow, we will begin small challenges to see your heart. But always remember, we want happiness, not fear." Liam nodded, feeling a mixture of excitement and responsibility. He realized that this journey would be unusual and sometimes difficult, but also full of learning, laughter, and friendship. For the first time, he felt that his life could become more colorful. And that meeting Mira and her sisters was the beginning of an adventure he could never have imagined. As he returned to his small room for the night, Liam thought about the sisters. Each of them had her own charm and warmth. He wondered if he could truly be ready to understand and care for all of them. He closed his eyes with a hopeful heart, ready for the challenges that awaited him. The next morning, Liam felt nervous and excited. Mira and her sisters had promised him small challenges to see his heart. He did not know what to expect, but he was determined to do his best. He had already spent a day learning about each sister, and now it was time to show his kindness, patience, and courage. Mira gathered Liam and her sisters in the garden. Today, each of you will give Liam a challenge. These are not meant to be too difficult, but they will help him show who he truly is, she explained. Lila stepped forward first, her eyes sparkling with mischief. My challenge is simple. Make me laugh. I want to see if you can bring joy, even when I am very serious, she said. Lila crossed her arms and waited, her smile daring Liam to try. Liam felt a little nervous. He had never tried to make someone laugh on purpose. He thought carefully, then began to tell a story from his childhood. It was about how he once tried to help his father carry too many baskets at the market and ended up falling into a pile of hay. He exaggerated the story, using funny voices and gestures. Lila's eyes widened, and then she laughed loudly. Her laughter was bright and musical. That was good. You made me laugh, she said, clapping her hands. Liam felt relief and happiness. He had completed the first challenge. Next, it was Nara's turn. She spoke quietly but seriously. My challenge will test your patience and thinking. I have hidden a small puzzle in the garden. Find it and solve it. It will show how careful and thoughtful you are. Nara handed Liam a small wooden box with an intricate lock. Liam examined it carefully. The lock had small patterns that needed to be aligned in a certain way. He tried turning the pieces randomly at first, but nothing worked. Then he remembered how Nara liked quiet observation and careful work. He studied the lock, turning the pieces slowly and paying attention to each detail. After several minutes, he heard a soft click. The lock opened. Nara looked at him with a gentle smile. You were patient and focused. You paid attention, and that is what matters, she said. Liam felt proud. The second challenge was complete. Finally, it was Sumi's challenge. She stood tall and bold, pointing to a nearby tree. Your challenge is to climb that tree and bring me a feather from the top branch. It will show courage and determination, she said. Liam looked up and saw a small, colorful feather shining in the morning sun. Liam felt nervous. He had never climbed a tall tree alone before. He remembered Sumi's bold and adventurous spirit. Taking a deep breath, he carefully placed his hands and feet on the tree trunk, climbing slowly. His heart beat fast, but he did not give up. Step by step, he reached the top branch and picked the feather carefully. When Liam climbed down, Sumi smiled brightly. You did it! You were brave and did not give up. That is exactly what I hoped to see, she said. Liam felt a warm feeling inside. He had completed all 3 challenges. Myra clapped her hands. Well done, Liam. You have shown kindness, patience, and courage. These are the qualities we value most. But remember, the challenges are only the beginning. True understanding comes when we spend time together and learn each other's hearts. Liam nodded. He realized that these challenges were not just games. They were a way to connect with each sister and understand what mattered to them. Each challenge had taught him something important: how to make someone happy, how to think carefully, and how to be brave. The sisters gathered around him, smiling warmly. Lila nudged him playfully. Nara gave a quiet, approving nod, and Sumi gave a cheerful thumbs up. Liam felt a mixture of relief, happiness, and excitement. He was beginning to understand that life with Myra and her sisters would be full of learning, laughter, and new experiences. As the sun began to set, Mira said softly, "You did very well today. Liam, remember, it is not just about completing challenges. It is about showing respect, care, and understanding. That is how you will truly become part of our lives." Liam looked at Myra and her sisters and felt a warm sense of belonging. He realized that he was not only learning about them, but also learning about himself. This day had shown him that patience, courage, and kindness were the true keys to forming strong bonds. He returned to his small room that evening, feeling proud and excited. Tomorrow, he thought, would bring new lessons, new adventures, and more chances to understand the hearts of Myra and her sisters. And so, Liam's journey with Myra and her sisters continued, each day bringing him closer to the unique family that had welcomed him with open hearts. The next morning, Liam woke up feeling excited and ready for a new day. Yesterday had been full of challenges, but today promised something different. Myra had said that he would spend time with each sister individually. Liam was curious about what he would learn and how he could connect with each of them. Myra greeted him with a warm smile. "Today, Liam, you will see more of our daily lives. Spend time with each sister and understand them better. You do not have to worry about challenges today. Just be yourself." Lila was the first to take Liam's hand. "Come with me," she said cheerfully. "I will show you my favorite place in the village." They walked together to a small meadow filled with colorful flowers. Lila laughed and twirled, showing Liam the butterflies and explaining which flowers were her favorite. Liam listened carefully, learning not just about the flowers, but about Lila's love for nature and her cheerful personality. "You know," Lila said, "sitting on the grass, I always try to make people happy. Life is too short to be serious all the time. I hope you can laugh with me too." Liam smiled. "I think I can," he replied. He realized that Lila valued joy and laughter. Spending time with her was fun, and her energy made him feel lighter and happier. Next, it was Nara's turn. She led Liam to a small room filled with paintings, sketches, and books. The room was quiet, but it felt warm and peaceful. Nara sat by the window and handed Liam a brush. "I want to show you how I see the world," she said softly. "Painting helps me think and understand things." Liam hesitated, but he began to paint alongside her. Nara guided him gently, showing him different techniques. As they painted, she explained her thoughts and feelings. Liam realized that Nara was thoughtful and careful. She appreciated quiet moments and deep conversations. By spending time with her, Liam began to understand that caring for someone also meant listening and understanding their inner world. Finally, Sumi took Liam on a short adventure. She led him to a hill nearby, pointing out the beautiful view of the village and river. "I love excitement," she said boldly. "I want to try new things and see the world from different heights. Life is more fun when you are brave." Liam followed Sumi as she climbed rocks, showing him small paths he would not have noticed. He felt nervous at first, but Sumi encouraged him, cheering each time he tried something new. Liam realized that Sumi valued courage and action. Being with her taught him how to face challenges with confidence and enjoy the thrill of new experiences. After the adventure, the sisters gathered together in the garden. Mira smiled at Liam. "You have spent time with each of us today. What have you learned?" Liam thought for a moment. "I have learned that Lila values joy and laughter. Nara values patience and understanding. Sumi values courage and adventure. And all of you care for each other deeply. Your family is very special." Myra nodded. That is correct. Each of us is different, but we all share love and respect for one another. To be part of our family, you must understand these differences and value them. Liam felt a warmth in his heart. He realized that these moments were not just about learning about the sisters, but also about learning how to care for others. Spending time with them made him feel closer to all 4 sisters. He understood that love was not only about feelings, but also about respect, understanding, and support. As the sun began to set, the sisters sat with Liam in the garden, enjoying the peaceful evening. Lila told funny stories that made everyone laugh. Nara shared her quiet thoughts, which made Liam reflect on his own life. Sumi suggested a small game, climbing and running lightly around the garden, which brought excitement and energy. Liam realized that each sister added something unique to his life. Lila brought joy, Nara brought calm, Sumi brought courage, and Mira brought guidance and warmth. Together, they created a family that was lively, caring, and full of love. That night, Liam returned to his room with a happy and thoughtful heart. He knew that tomorrow would bring more lessons and challenges. But today had taught him the most important thing. Bonding with others required time, patience, and understanding. And in that quiet night, Liam smiled, feeling that his life with Myra and her sisters was becoming a story of friendship, care, and unforgettable moments. The village was full of excitement. Bright colors decorated the streets, and the smell of fresh food filled the air. Today was the Festival of Promise, a special celebration where villagers blessed new bonds and friendships. Liam walked through the village with Myra and her sisters, amazed by the lively atmosphere. He had never seen anything like it. Look at all the decorations, Lila said, pointing to colorful banners hanging from every house. The festival is my favorite time of the year. Everyone comes together and smiles. She laughed as a small group of children ran past them, carrying baskets of flowers. Nara walked beside Liam quietly. The festival is not only for fun, she said softly. It is also about showing respect, care, and unity. Today is important for our family and for you, Liam. Sumi jumped ahead, her energy bright and bold. Come on, Liam. Let's explore everything. You have to see the performances, try the games, and taste all the food. You cannot miss anything. Liam smiled. He had grown fond of each sister and their unique personalities. He realized that today was not just a celebration for the village, but also a step in understanding Myra and her sisters' way of life. Myra led them to a large open area where villagers were gathered. Today, families bless new bonds, she explained. It is a tradition. We will participate, and it will be a moment to show respect and care for each other. The sisters guided Liam through the festival rituals. First, they washed their hands in a small fountain, symbolizing purity and kindness. Then, they walked together around a circle of flowers, each step representing care, patience, and honesty. Liam tried to remember each movement, not wanting to make a mistake. Villagers watched curiously as Liam followed Mira and her sisters. Some whispered, wondering about the young man who had come to join 4 sisters at the festival. Liam felt a little nervous but focused on Myra's gentle guidance. Next, the sisters gave Liam small tasks. Lila asked him to help arrange flower petals in a pattern. Liam worked carefully, smiling as Lila teased him playfully. Nara handed him a small basket of colored powders and asked him to fill each small container precisely. Liam focused, remembering how patient Nara had taught him to be. Sumi challenged him to lift a small basket onto a high table, and he did so with courage. Feeling proud when she cheered, after completing the tasks, Mira smiled at Liam. You have done well today, she said softly. The festival is not only about tradition, but also about understanding and respect. You have shown both. Then came the final part of the ceremony. Families and friends gathered in a circle, holding hands and exchanging smiles. Liam held Myra's hand gently while the sisters stood close by, each one placing a hand on his shoulder or arm. It was a moment of unity, trust, and warmth. Liam felt a strong connection to Myra and her sisters. Realizing that today was more than just a ritual, it was a celebration of hearts coming together. After the ceremony, the sisters led Liam to enjoy the festival's games and food. Leo laughed as he tried to win a small prize at a game stall. Nara encouraged him quietly as he painted a small design at another stall. Sumi cheered loudly when he climbed a small platform to get a prize. Liam laughed with all of them, feeling happiness that was full and real as the sun began to set. Mira and her sisters sat together with Liam on a grassy hill overlooking the village. The festival lights glowed like stars, and the villagers' laughter filled the air. Mira spoke gently. Liam, today was important. You have shown respect, patience, courage, and joy. You have taken the first steps to understand our family. Life with us will have many more lessons, but I believe you are ready. Liam looked at Mira and her sisters. He felt a warm happiness in his heart. He realized that this festival was not just a celebration for the village, but a celebration of the bonds he was building with Myra and her sisters. He understood that love, care, and unity could create moments of true happiness. As the evening turned to night, Liam felt grateful. He had learned about the sisters, the family tradition, and the beauty of shared moments. For the first time, he felt certain that his life with Myra and her sisters could be full of laughter, learning, and unforgettable memories. And so, the Festival of Promise ended, leaving Liam with a heart full of warmth and a sense that his journey with Myra and her sisters was only beginning. The morning after the festival, Liam woke up feeling happy, but also a little nervous. Yesterday had been full of excitement, laughter, and new experiences. Today, Myra had promised him a special moment where the sisters would share their feelings. Liam wondered what it could be like. Myra greeted him with a gentle smile. Liam, today we want you to sit with us under the big tree in the garden. We want to talk and share our hearts. You do not have to worry. Just listen and speak honestly. Liam nodded and followed Myra to the garden. The sun was warm, and a soft breeze made the leaves dance. The sisters were already waiting, sitting in a circle on the grass. Lila waved at him cheerfully. Nara gave a small, calm smile, and Sumi nodded boldly. Lila spoke first, her voice full of energy. Liam, we've spent time with you, and we want you to know something important. You have been kind, patient, and brave. You have made us laugh and feel happy. We think you are a good person, and we want you to know that we care about you. Liam felt his heart warm. He had not expected to hear such words. He looked at Lila and saw honesty in her eyes. Her cheerful personality made her words feel genuine and full of life. Next, Nara spoke softly. Liam, I am quiet, but I have observed everything. You have listened carefully, tried to understand us, and shown patience. You have not rushed or ignored our feelings. That is very important. We want you to know that we value you and the way you care for all of us. Liam listened carefully. Nara's words made him reflect. He realized that she had noticed his efforts, even the small ones. He felt a quiet happiness knowing that his actions mattered and that he had begun to build trust. Finally, Sumi spoke, her voice full of boldness. Liam, we want you to know that we admire your courage. You faced our challenges, tried new things, and did not give up. You have shown strength and determination. That is why we all want you to be part of our lives. We do not want you to feel pressure, but we want you to understand that we care deeply. Liam looked at Sumi and felt amazed. Her adventurous spirit had welcomed him into her world. He realized that each sister had her own way of showing care, and all of them were honest and kind. Myra then spoke gently. Liam, our family is different, and we know it can be confusing. But our hearts are open. We want to be with someone who respects all of us and cares for each one equally. We hope you can understand our feelings and make a choice with honesty. Liam took a deep breath. He looked at Mira and her sisters, feeling a mixture of admiration, happiness, and responsibility. He knew that this moment was important. It was not just about feelings. It was about understanding hearts and making a promise to care. I understand, Liam said slowly. At first, I was nervous and unsure. But now, I see your hearts. I see how much you care for each other and for me. I will do my best to be fair, kind, and understanding. I want to be part of your lives, not just as someone who is with one of you, but as someone who respects and cares for all of you. The sisters smiled brightly. Lila laughed softly. Nara nodded with calm approval, and Sumi clapped her hands joyfully. Mira held Liam's hand gently and said, "That is all we wanted to hear. You do not have to be perfect. You only need to care and try your best. That is what matters most." The sisters then invited Liam to join them in small games and laughter in the garden. They ran lightly, shared stories, and played simple games, feeling joy in each other's company. Liam felt that he belonged, that he was no longer an outsider. As the sun began to set, Liam sat quietly, watching the sisters laugh and talk. He realized that today had taught him more than words could explain. Love and care were not just feelings. They were actions, attention, and understanding. That night, Liam returned to his room feeling happy and peaceful. He knew that his journey with Myra and her sisters was just beginning. He felt ready for the challenges, joys, and lessons that awaited him. He smiled to himself, feeling that he had found a family full of warmth, honesty, and unforgettable moments. And in that quiet night, Liam understood that this bond was something rare and precious, a connection that would guide him through all the days to come. The morning after the confession, Liam woke up with a mixture of excitement and nervousness. Yesterday had been full of heartfelt moments, and today he knew he would take an important step. Mira and her sisters wanted to see how he truly felt and whether he was ready to embrace their family. At breakfast, Myra smiled warmly. "Liam, today is about honesty and understanding. Spend time with us and show that you are ready. We do not expect perfection, only sincerity." Lila bounced in her seat, full of energy. "We want to see if you can share laughter, patience, and courage with all of us," she said. "Life with us will be lively, and we want to know that you can handle it with care and joy." Nara nodded quietly. "We have shared our hearts with you. Today, we hope you share yours. Understanding each other is the most important step." Sumi grinned boldly. "It is your chance, Liam. Show us that you can be part of our lives fully. Don't worry, we are here to guide you." After breakfast, the sisters led Liam to the garden. They had planned small activities that would test his patience, kindness, and courage, but in a gentle way. Lila handed him a basket of flowers. "Arrange these petals in a way that makes me happy," she said, smiling mischievously. Liam carefully arranged the petals, thinking of what would make her laugh and feel joy. Lila clapped her hands and said, "Perfect. You understand me well." Next, Nara handed him a small painting board. "Paint a picture that shows something meaningful," she said softly. Liam thought carefully. He remembered the time they spent together yesterday, the laughter, the quiet moments, and the adventures. He painted 4 small flowers, each unique, standing together in a circle. When he showed the painting, Nara's eyes softened. "You understand that we are different but connected." "That is beautiful," she said. Finally, Sumi led Liam to a small hill in the garden. "Your last task is to climb this hill and ring the small bell at the top. It may seem simple, but it shows determination and courage," she said. Liam felt a little nervous, but he remembered how Sumi had encouraged him before. Step by step, he climbed carefully, reaching the top and ringing the bell. Sumi cheered loudly. "You did it!" "That is exactly the courage we wanted to see," she said, her eyes shining. After the activities, Myra spoke gently. "Liam, you have shown us patience, understanding, courage, and joy. You have learned about each of us and accepted our ways. That is why we believe you are ready to be part of our family." Liam felt a warm happiness fill his heart. He looked at Mira and her sisters, feeling proud and grateful. "I understand now," he said sincerely. "I may not be perfect, but I will try my best to care for all of you equally. I will respect your feelings, share happiness, and be part of your lives fully." The sisters smiled brightly. Lila laughed cheerfully. Nara nodded quietly, and Sumi clapped her hands with joy. Myra held Liam's hand gently. "That is all we hope to hear. You do not need to be perfect. You only need honesty, kindness, and care. That is more than enough." The sisters then invited Liam to join them in a playful walk around the garden. They shared stories, laughed, and played small games, enjoying the warmth of each other's company. Liam realized that this moment was more than acceptance. It was a celebration of trust, understanding, and love. As the day passed, Liam helped Mira and her sisters with daily chores, shared meals, and walked with them through the village. Each small action brought him closer to their hearts. He felt a sense of belonging he had never experienced before. In the evening, the sisters gathered around a small fire in the garden. Lila laughed as she told a funny story. Nara quietly shared her thoughts. Sumi suggested a small game, and Mira guided the conversation with gentle words. Liam listened, smiled, and participated fully, feeling the joy of being part of this extraordinary family. That night, Liam lay in his small room with a happy and peaceful heart. He had taken the step of acceptance, and he knew that tomorrow would bring more adventures and lessons. But he also knew that he was ready. He had earned trust, shown sincerity, and embraced the hearts of Myra and her sisters. And as the stars shone above the village, Liam realized that his journey with them was no longer a challenge. It was a shared life full of laughter, learning, and love. The morning sun shone brightly over the village, painting the fields in golden light. Liam woke up feeling happy and calm. He had accepted Mira and her sisters fully into his life, and now he felt ready to begin this new chapter with them. Life would be different, he knew, but it was exciting and full of warmth. Myra greeted him with a soft smile. "Good morning, Liam. Today we will spend time together as a family. You are now one of us, and we will enjoy each moment," she said gently. Lila bounced in happily. "Come on, Liam. Let's go to the fields first. I want to show you the best flowers in the village. You can help me plant some too," she said cheerfully. Liam followed, smiling. He realized that Lila's energy and laughter could brighten any day. Working with her in the fields, planting seeds, and arranging flowers made Liam feel connected to her joyful spirit. Afterward, Nara led Liam to a quiet spot near the river. "I want to show you my paintings and the way I see the world," she said softly. Liam watched as Nara carefully painted delicate flowers and the flowing river. He joined her with a brush, trying to capture the beauty of the scene. As they worked together, Liam felt calm and peaceful. Nara's quiet nature had taught him patience and the importance of noticing small details. Sumi grabbed Liam's hand next and ran toward the small hills behind the village. "Come with me. We will explore and enjoy the view from the top," she said boldly. Liam followed, climbing carefully with her. When they reached the top, he could see the entire village below, glowing in the sunlight. Sumi laughed with excitement, and Liam felt a thrill in his heart. Her adventurous spirit had shown him the joy of courage and trying new things. After the day of activities, the family returned home. Mira prepared a simple meal, and the sisters helped set the table. They all laughed, shared stories, and enjoyed the food together. Liam felt warmth in his heart as he realized that this family was built not just on love, but also on friendship, respect, and care. In the evening, the sisters and Liam sat in the garden under the large tree. Lila told funny stories about the villagers, making everyone laugh. Nara shared quiet thoughts and reflections, helping Liam understand her calm and thoughtful side. Sumi suggested a small game of climbing and running around the garden, bringing energy and excitement. Mira guided the conversation gently, keeping everyone connected and happy. Liam felt grateful. He had learned so much from each sister. Lila had taught him joy and laughter. Nara had shown him patience and thoughtfulness. Sumi had shared courage and boldness, and Mira had guided him with warmth and wisdom. Together, they had created a home filled with love, understanding, and fun. As the stars appeared in the night sky, Liam sat quietly, watching Myra and her sisters laugh and play together. He realized that this was the life he had been searching for, not just a place to live, but a family to belong to. Every day would bring lessons, challenges, and happiness. But he felt ready to face them with Myra and her sisters by his side. That night, Liam went to his small room and thought about the journey he had taken. From the first unexpected proposal to the festival, the challenges and the confessions, he had grown in ways he had never imagined. He smiled, knowing that he was not alone anymore. He had 4 remarkable sisters in his life, each one unique, each one full of warmth and care. Liam drifted to sleep with a peaceful heart. Tomorrow would bring more adventures, laughter, and love. He was no longer just a visitor in their lives. He was part of a family, and their bond would continue to grow stronger with each passing day. In the quiet of the night, the village rested, and so did Liam, ready to embrace the new beginning. He had always dreamed of a life full of friendship, love, and unforgettable moments with Myra and her sisters.